Hello everybody, it's Lucas Mackintosh here and I'm back with some more Grand Theft Auto 3 for the PlayStation 2. Once again, this is pre-recorded gameplay and I'm doing the commentary over it. Hope you're okay wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for taking the time to check out my Grand Theft Auto 3 videos. I really appreciate it. We're going to have some fun in this next couple of videos because it features some really frustrating missions. The first one I will be doing in this video, so I will be doing 2 per video, is called Payday. Is it Payday for Ray? Yeah, Payday for Ray. I had to look at my notes there. Essentially, there's an undercover police officer called Ray, and in order to gain his trust, you have to send him a little payment which Asuka gives you. Now, you'd think this would be simple, but Ray, being naturally paranoid, decides to have you go from phone booth to phone booth throughout the city in a limited amount of time in order to gain his trust and to make sure that you can be trusted. So you basically can't crash. Well, you can, but you'll lose time, so everything has to be done precisely to the second. You cannot waste any time on this mission. It's vital that you get to the phone booth. I mean, there's only like about 3 or 4 to actually get to. It's not as difficult as it seems, but sometimes the AI of the traffic can just get in your way and can cause you to crash, and sometimes when you're panicky you can kind of turn a different way when you don't mean to, and all this means you lose precious seconds. So you kind of gotta know your route essentially, which you kind of do the more you play this game. So yeah, it's very tricky. So I kind of fail a few times. I say I failed more than a few times, so I've actually put in a few of my failures in this video, so you guys know that I struggled with the mission. I'm actually getting better at the game now. I just feel a lot more confident when I'm using my guns and stuff, so it took me a while to actually get comfortable, but I seem to get a little bit better the more that I play. So we're popping down to Asuka's in my traditional style of just driving down to her. So let's go and trigger off the Payday for Ray mission and let's try and get this done.
It's my handsome handyman. Maria's all tied up at the moment, but I'll tell her you called.
Who's that, Asuka? You know, I know I've been a naughty girl, but I really need to pee, okay?
It's time you met our man inside the LPD. Here's a payment for the last little job he did for us. He is understandably cautious. Get to the payphone in Torrington as quick as you can and await his instructions.
Yeah, so it's one of those missions that just you need to be on point, basically. So you just get, what does it say? It's like about 330 seconds or something to actually get to him, and it's really annoying. You have to kind of sort of know where you're going, memorize the routes, try and find the quickest way to the green dots, and I think a lot of trouble I have comes from the fact that when I actually find the phone booth, I have to position my character exactly by it in order to trigger it, and that just wastes time. So when you're panicking and you're really worried about getting to the next phone booth, you can kind of mess up a little bit if the adrenaline's flowing a little too much, I find. So the first one's in Torrington, and this one can be pretty tricky to miss because of just where it's positioned. So many times I went past it trying to figure out where it was, and it's just right there. See that? I've probably wasted a few seconds now. See that? I just can't seem to center it. You have to be like directly by it to trigger it.
Get to the phone in West Belleville Park.
Yeah, so this is what happens each time, and look at that. I'm literally panicking now. So as I said, I'm probably not going to do it this time, but I will next time. I just want to show you how difficult I found it. I think all in all it probably took me again about over an hour to do. I was really trying to work hard, but I would just end up crashing into other cars. I got really stuck at the Liberty City campus and things because I ended up going the wrong way. So having to remember where to drive in and drive out quickly. But I got the hang of it though after a while. This phone booth's not too bad though. It's literally right on this stretch, this pavement here. But as you can see, I'm crashing. a lot as well. One thing you don't want to do is create too much carnage, because if you're on a roll and the police catch you, then it's mission failed, and that just really frustrates me as well. It's one of those annoying things when you're doing really well and the game suddenly just shuts you down. The police just catch you. Oh, terrible. Right, we're going to head over to Liberty City campus. This isn't actually a bad run, even though I'm going to fail. It shows that I've actually buckled down, memorised the routes and stuff, and remembered where I'm going. So I'm actually finding my way around Staten Island. I'm finding it a lot easier now. I've just got the cops on my case though, so hopefully I can shake them off. If you drive away a little bit and you've got 1 star, they actually forget about you, which is good. So this is the Liberty City campus. So you want to drive through here, and then you want to take a right, I believe, and the phone is right there. So I actually don't do too badly on here, so realistically there's enough time.
Get to the phone in South Belleville Park.
I think the problem I have is that trying to find the phone in the park, for whatever reason, guys, I can't find it straight away. So I don't know why I just don't see it. I think I was just so trying to get there as quickly as I can. I wasn't really focused, so you know, I almost make it. It's like, oh, it's one of those missions. Oh my god. I'm just mowing down everybody here. So let's go try and get this as quickly as we can. So it's not super difficult. I mean, it's probably more difficult than it seems. It's just like the other cars get in the way, and it just seems like, you know, see, this is, I'm like, where's the phone? I mean, I can see it now, but like when I was playing, I was like, I can't find it. See, and that's my big mistake. I find it, but oh, I was literally a second out, and I just lost it. So, but I took that as a positive, because at least I actually found the phone. Previous attempts, I couldn't find it. I remember I had like enough time. For whatever reason, I just couldn't see it. Yeah, there's a pill there. I just felt like taking that pill, because at this point I was like really enraged. So it's like, oh, just got to go back and try again. Luckily, the best thing is, because Asuka's nearby, you can literally just do this mission almost straight away, so it's not too bad. But I was so determined to do this mission, like I literally did it last night. I was like, right, I think it took me, I'll tell you how long it took me, because I remember just as the clock struck midnight, or was it 11 o'clock? Something like that. I'm sure it was like on the hour I'd actually done the mission, so yeah. Here we go, we're going to try this again. Right, let's run round. I love these Yakuza Stinger cars though, they are so cool. Great transport. So what I like to do for this mission is I like to try and get one ready, so that I don't have to waste time running to one. So I like to get it right by the blue dot.
It's my hand.
Okay, right, let's try this again. Alright, I'm getting better as well, finding Asuka and finding the road out, and it's something I never thought I'd be able to do. You know, this is a game I never thought I'd be able to get through, but I'm getting through it pretty well, and I'm having fun as well. I'm enjoying it, you know. Like, I think the next 3 missions I enjoyed probably the most so far, because I'm literally in the middle of the game, and it's very rewarding as well, which is what I like. The game rewards you often, and that's something I don't mention as well, even though some of the missions can be incredibly frustrating. Okay, so let's go this way to Torrington. Oh god, come on, where is it? Oh, there it is. It's like little things like that, I just keep forgetting where it is, and I just keep losing time. And look at that, and I waste time, because for some reason, right, when Tanner hangs up the phone for like 2 seconds, I can't move, so that wastes time. I'm like, why couldn't I move? I tried moving and it wouldn't let me for like, so it's wasted time. It's time that could have been better used. You should have been able to move straight away. I know I'm probably splitting hairs, but you know, every second counts in this mission, you know, so you need as much time as you can get. I think obviously with repeated plays you do get better at the mission, and I actually found myself with more than enough time when I got to the end, but you've got to play like literally almost perfectly. You cannot mess up because you just won't make it.
Get to the phone on Liberty campus.
Alright, I might actually be able to do it this time, hopefully. See that? I just mess up. So that's more wasted time, so you've almost got to be off straight away, and you've got to get to Liberty campus as fast as you can. So I'm really trying now. And I remember getting to this stretch of road and I crashed here so many times, and I was just praying that I didn't crash. So I'm just rushing past the traffic as quick as I can. See, look, I actually crashed there and I panic. It's like, oh, it's terrible. It's really terrible. I think you can crash like once. The game sort of is quite forgiving time wise, but you've got to sort of make up that time. You've got to be quick enough. And there we are. Okay, go.
Get to the phone in South Belleville Park.
But I've got more than enough time now. I can literally do this, but look at that, see, I can barely move. So I need to get to the park, so it's not that far away, so I should be able to do it this time, all being well. Come on. So yeah, I've just got, how many seconds? I've got just under 50 seconds to do this now. So I reckon I'm going to do it this time. Okay, come on, come on, come on. But now I know, oh my god, now I know what the phone booth looks like. See, because I'm crashing because I'm so close. I was worn down as well because it's quite exhausting having to do this for a while, over and over again. But here we are. I made it to the phones. So I've got enough time to park, and boom.
Meet me in the toilet block in the park.
Oh, thank God the timer stopped because I just had enough. So I've actually done this mission now. I can chill out, I can relax, the timer's gone, we can go into the park and we can meet Ray, the bent police officer. How cool is this? Oh my God. So ecstatic that I'd actually done this mission. It kind of forces you to play really well this game, which is what I like. So it brings out your gaming skill. And I didn't think I had any. It's great. Here we go, guys. And this is the bent police officer.
You must be Azuka's new errand boy. You got the money. Is it all here? I know what you're thinking. Another bent cop. Well, it's a bent world. Just because I lost a few partners, those suckers from Internal Affairs have started sniffing around. Reckon they can smell me. Well, this city is one big open sewer, but I'm gonna need some non-union help. And if you're interested, you know where to find me.
So there you go, guys. I've got Ray now, so I can actually visit him and do some missions. Asuka's disappeared from the map. I was really disappointed because I love her missions and I think she's a really interesting character. So I think she reappears after I do some missions for Ray. Kenji, I'm leaving because I don't like that car mission where I'm supposed to get so many cars and get to the garage in time. It's just too stressful for me, and the fact you can't even crash is just annoying. So I'm not a huge fan of those sorts of missions. I just like the run and gun ones and just taking out enemies. They're my favourite missions. So yeah, I actually think, oh, I'll just go see Asuka, but she's actually not on the map. Oh, is she? Oh yes, she is. I do apologise, guys. I'm getting ahead of myself. She is on the map. Don't know why I thought she wasn't. But yeah, the next mission we're going to do, and I can't even believe I forgot about it, is called Two-Face Tanner. Now, observant viewers will notice that it's kind of a Mickey take of Driver. That was a game that came out on the PlayStation in, I believe it was 1990. It was the late 90s anyway. I think it was around 98, 99 by Reflections, and it was essentially, well, not so much Grand Theft Auto, it's just you were in a car and that's all you did. So you did jobs, you did bank jobs, and you were an undercover cop. And this is kind of a parody of that. This next mission is where we need to take out a guy called Tanner, and he's really good in his car. but when he's on foot he's like useless. So I think that was like Rockstar's way of saying, hey, this game's better than that. So I actually think it's a cool parody personally, but the mission is really frustrating. So yeah, I was getting ahead of myself there. I was like, oh, Asuka's on the map, and I think because I've just come off doing 2 more missions, so I'm just ahead. In my own head, I'm literally ahead of what I'm doing. So we'll go see her and we'll do Two-Face Tanner. So that mission's horrible. It took me 2 hours to do, and that's unedited. I just couldn't do it, basically because you're supposed to track Tanner down and chase him, and you're supposed to shoot him. You think that'd be simple, right? But as soon as you do, cops are on you all the time, so it's very difficult to do. I've no idea how I did it. I think I managed to glitch it somehow, and I just did it by the skin of my teeth. But it's a very interesting mission nonetheless, because when you see his car, if you try to do anything to his car before the mission starts, you fail the mission. So it's really cool. You can't even steal his car, and as you can see, I'm like, my health is really low as well, but that'll soon change, because in the next video I will be visiting the ammunition. I don't actually need ammunition yet. All I need to do in this mission is just take out Tanner's car, and once I've taken out his car, then he's mine.
Maria and I have gone shopping. Our source in the police has informed us that one of our drivers is a strangely animated undercover cop. He's more or less useless out of his car, so we've tagged it with a tracer. Make him bleed.
Yeah, it's one of those missions where you can't just ram Tanner. So you think you would. I thought, oh, it'd be great, I'll just get a car, because this is my mentality. I'll be like, oh, I'll just get a car, just ram him. But you can't do that. He hardly takes any damage at all, so you need to shoot his car, but it's got to be done very precisely. And one thing I love about this game when it comes to gaming skill is, if you are not skilled at this game, it brings out your skill. It makes you skilled. It forces you to learn the skills you need to play the game. Because I sort of played this game, I first got into it very tentatively, so I was kind of treading water a little bit and just doing it bit by bit, and some of the missions I couldn't do because I just didn't know what skills I needed. But I sort of learned as I did it, you know. I sort of learned what worked and stuff and what doesn't, and so you do kind of, as I said, you pick it up. Amazingly enough. Right, this is it. It's right next to Kenji's casino as well as Tanner's car. So that's a bit shady in itself. That's his car right there, but you can't do anything to it. Here comes Tanner. And I'll show you how difficult this mission is. And I think I fail a couple of times before I actually do this in this video. Although unedited, as I said, I failed loads and loads of times. This is what you need to do. You need to get up alongside him. You need to shoot his car. The problem is, as soon as you start shooting, the cops are on you like rats on cheese, essentially. You can't chase Tanner, basically, because the police are just all over you, you know. So you have to get lucky. That's my only advice, is you get lucky. See, look, I'm really trying to do this. I'm really trying. Look at that, I almost succeed as well. Almost. That's the way you've got to do it. You have to get up to the side. I have tried the different views, you know, like trying to have the car on screen so I can see what I'm doing, but I find that very difficult. I can only drive in first person, unfortunately. It's just something that I feel comfortable with. You can also have the top-down view, the classic top-down view, which is great, but again, I prefer this view, so I can just see what I'm doing. See this? It's almost impossible because he's an undercover cop. The cops are onto you. It sucks. So you can barely do anything. And Tanner, and one thing that really annoys me is that Tanner, with all this chaos going on, Tanner's just driving like he's not bothered, he's unaffected, and I'm affected by it because I've got cops coming at me left and right, and you can barely do anything. It's madness. But luckily, you can't fail the mission as long as you carry on. So in other words, Tanner won't get away. He's just driving around the city. You just got to destroy him essentially, and you have to shoot his car enough times till he gets out, and he's on foot. And then once he's on foot, as Asuka said, he's useless, and then you take him out that way. So I think I just kind of glitch it out. You know, it's either this time or the next time I think I do it. But yeah, it's like, oh, it's not a very good mission for me. But it forces you to double down and learn, and as I said, just try and get better. As you can see, each time I try, my car just keeps blowing up. It's actually a lot of fun, because it's like, you know, it's actually probably more fun than the actual game, just avoiding the police. You know, oh, and I get busted. That's the problem I have with this mission. But you have to do it that way. But you've got to get lucky. You've got to get him where he's on a stretch of road that's quite long, so you can just shoot his car. So it's not as difficult as it seems. So I'm just going to load up the data again and try again. Basically, it's the only way to succeed. It's very difficult. But as I said, if I was to show you my previous attempts, it's not very good, because I didn't know what I had to do. I was chasing him. I thought I had to chase him. I thought that if I just chased him and just not touched him, maybe he stops somewhere and I can take him out on foot, but he never gets out of his car. So the police are going to come at you, nevertheless, whatever you do. I did think that maybe if I could get the police off my back by visiting a paint spray, that would do it, but that was kind of in my mind. But then I thought, you know what, I'm going to take this guy out. I've had enough. I'm going to take him out. I'm going to do it legitimately. I'm not going to, you know, use the paint spray. I could have done, I suppose that would have got the cops off my back, leaving me free for Tanner, but then again I kind of thought, well, if I get the cops off my back, if I try and approach him again, he may have more police, so I'm not really sure how it works. But in any case, let's try again. And I get an insane stunt bonus as well, so it's not too bad. Let's try and get this done. Alright, here we go. But this game, another thing this game does really well, I should say, is that it's like you get better at the missions. So it's like you get to the point where you start off where I'm never going to be able to do this. It's just too difficult. What do I need to do? And then you get better at it, and you get to the point where you're almost done the mission. You figure out how to do it, but then the game shuts you down, and then you've got to wait. And then, like, when you actually achieve your goal, it's really good feeling. So yeah, I'm absolutely loving this game the more I play it. It's a game I never thought I'd be so addicted to, but it's actually becoming one of my favourite PlayStation 2 games ever. It's the first, I mean, I played a lot of PlayStation 2 games, but this is the first game that's just been so involving for me, and I get so into the storyline, and I start to understand what I need to do. And, you know, I will say the controls could be a little bit better, but it's actually not too bad once you adjust to it. Here we go, guys. Second attempt at trying to kill Tanner. It's horrible. I try everything at this guy. I throw everything I can, but it's like you've got to be so precise. See, look at this. Oh, but that wasn't too bad for a second attempt. That was alright. See, I almost get his car damaged down. That's what it's all about. And he just, again, drives away scot-free without a care in the world. That's what really frustrated me about this mission. How Tanner just gets away and you're left to deal with everything. It's like, oh my god. You just need a break on this game, essentially, to shoot him. Oh, look at that. And I end up in the... That's another thing as well. It's like you're trying to chase him, but the police are so relentless. They will push you into the water. They do not want you to succeed. It's terrible. But just got to try again. That's the secret with all of these missions. You just got to keep going. And that's kind of why I wanted to put all my failed attempts in, so you guys know, again, that I did struggle with this. You know, relentlessly. As I said, I was so determined to do this last night. I would not give up. I'm the sort of person who, if I'm like, I don't want the game to beat me, so I want to try and outthink the game. And I want to beat the game no matter what. So I'm very determined, I think, as a gamer. Because I don't want this game to get the better of me. And also I want to progress in the game as well. So I want to get further. So let's go this way. Okay. Alright, go this way. One thing I love about this game is the ammunition store is literally like right near Asuka's, so that is handy. And that's something I do applaud. I do love the ammunition store. It's one of my favourite things about the game. You can just go in and tool up and stuff. And just, you know, and it comes in handy particularly when you've got to kill like waves of gangs and stuff. Alright, so here we go, guys. As I said, if you see me do the mission straight away, I don't think these videos, I don't think it would be any fun, to be honest, if you saw me just like do it straight away like that. I mean, those videos are okay, they're pretty good, don't get me wrong. They're really good to watch, and I admire the skill of the players, but I like watching videos, personally, where people struggle, and then they eventually achieve their goal. And that's the sort of gamer I am, because I struggle on a lot of games, so it takes me a while to pick up what to do and to understand, and I've kind of got a different perspective as well. You know, I try and do things unconventionally, but again, that can be to my detriment. Sometimes that doesn't always work. Sometimes you've got to do something a certain way to win, but I do like finding other ways to win in video games, like glitching the game out. So here we go, let's try and do it this time. If not, to be honest, I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying the, you know, each time I get a step further and a step further. And here he comes again, Tanner. I've got this lodged in my brain now, him running down the stairs, because I saw him do it so many times. So whenever I think of this game, I'm going to think of Tanner. Oh, and I crashed straight away. Can I do this now? Look at that, I almost do it. Look at that, that's so much better than last time. So at this point I'm like, it doesn't matter if I fail, because I've actually managed to smash him up a little bit, and if I can do that every time, then I've come a step closer to actually beating him. See, all that's on my mind now is I need to beat Tanner. But look at this, the police once again, they chucked me in the water. Like, you see that? It's like, this is what I'm talking about. Each time you play, each time you get a little bit better, you know, and a little bit further and a little bit further, and that's pretty good. But my god, yeah, I wanted to put in myself failing at Tanner a few times, because I think that's the mission I've spent the longest on so far, trying to complete. To be honest, in theory it's easy. I think if I took the time to actually try and shoot him almost straight away, I'd probably do it. I mean, I have seen it done on YouTube. There's some really skilled YouTubers out there. I saw this one guy he changed the view of his car, where his car was on screen. He drove up alongside Tanner and just shot the hell out of him, and Tanner just got out of his car, and I think he ran him over or something. So yeah, I kind of had that in my head. I did try that a few times, but I really kept struggling with the viewpoints. For some reason, the controls seemed to be reversed when I tried to have the car on screen, and it just doesn't work for me. So, as I said, first person's just the best thing. Okay, so let's try this again. I feel like this is Groundhog Day, but it's got to be done, guys. Got to be done. Right, what I'm going to do though is I'm going to save my game because I'm so tired of visiting ammunition every time I see Tanner, and this is something I do advise you doing. Go to ammunition, get a shield, get as many weapons as you can afford, and save your game so that if you do get to deal with any difficult missions, at least you'll be tooled up enough. And I do find that in the next couple of missions after this, I find that very useful, having that shield. Okay, so right, that's pretty much ready now for, if I fail I can just load it up and then I'll have the shield and I'll have all the weapons and stuff. So okay, let's go see Suka. Okay, to the left I believe. Yeah. Oh, just trying to remember. See, I'm getting better at finding her. So, as I said, I remember saying in the last, I think it was the last couple of videos, how I struggled finding her. But you know what? She's actually not that hard to find once you get used to the layout. Because initially when I first come onto Staunton Island, I was like, what? Where does she live? How do I get to her? But now it's like, I'm doing it without thinking, so it's not too bad. Right, so here we go, guys. I think I'm going to do it this time. Let's do it. Let's deal with Tanner. At this point, I'm so angry because all I can think about is just shooting Tanner and wiping that smug smile off his face. The way he drives is like so cocky, without a care in the world, and like I'm left to deal with all the police chaos, and he just like he strolls about, and I thought, right, that's it. I'm gonna shoot you, pal. I'm just gonna, you know, make you feel what I've been feeling for the past 2 hours. Yeah, I mean that in a good way. I'm not a violent person, but bloody hell, Tanner's just like, oh, it's such a frustrating mission. So we're going to do it this time. I've got a good feeling. Here we go, guys. The casino. Alright, come on, put me down. Okay, good. And here's Tanner. Right, here we go. Oh my god, and there he is. There's old Tanner. And his car's different as well. I like the fact his car's like always different. See, look at that. It's like I'm almost intimidated by his driving. It's like I can barely get this guy. Okay. So where's he gone? Ah, Tanner's the green dot. Tanner's the green dot, guys. So at this point I don't realise I've actually glitched him out of his car. Or I've shot him and now he's out and he's on foot, and as the game says, he's useless. So we're going to run him over. I just need to find him. I think he's just over here. And there he is, guys. Let's run him over. He tries to run. Right, revenge. Boom, there you go. Mission passed. We got him. Finally done that mission. Yeah, take that, Tanner. And the police are called off. So I'm going to end the video now and say thank you very much. It's been Lucas Mackintosh. Thank you so much for taking the time to check out my retro play channel and my videos. Please don't forget to comment, like and subscribe to support the channel. Keep checking back for new retro content, and please don't forget to give me some feedback as well. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've certainly enjoyed kind of making it and putting it together and stuff. So you can see that now. Oh my god, it's like an exorcism or something. I feel relieved now that Tanner's dead, because I found it so difficult to actually do, because trying to function after like 2 hours of failing was very hard. But he's out the way now, and in the next video we'll be doing some different missions for the police officer. So let's just go and save the game, and that should do it basically. Pop down here. I should have some more Secret of Mana up by the time you see this, and Final Fantasy on my channel. So once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time, guys, for some more Grand Theft Auto 3 for the PlayStation 2. Take it easy, and I will see you soon.